Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren Clark and I am a makeup artist. Recently I have collaborated with Starlooks, which is a makeup company, and they have given me the opportunity to create my own signature set, which includes a lipstick, lip gloss, liner, and a blush that are all the same color. I'm going to be showing you how to use that today, and just as a reminder, there's only about 4 or 5 sets left. So they are not going to be sold forever. It's just until the supplies run out. So enjoy my neutral smoky eye look with my coral lip and coral cheek. The lip and cheek products I collaborated with a company called Starlooks for. These are the shades here, and they're really cool because they have my signature imprinted on them. These are shades that I picked out personally. I love these shades, and I'm going to show you how to use these shades with a neutral smoky eye. Now I already have on my foundation and my contour and my brows and that kind of stuff, so go ahead and do that now. Now there's something to be said about a smoky eye. I know we all kind of have our definitions on it, but truly what a smoky eye is has less to do with the colors that we're using and more to do with the technique. So a smoky eye is going to be darkest at the lash line, and it's going to graduate up and out. So to start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brown eye pencil and kind of use that as my base, working it from the lash line and just kind of smudging it out. Now the liner that you just put on does not have to be nice and pretty because we're going to be smudging it and it's going to be underneath our eyeshadow anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and take a pencil brush and just kind of smudge that in. You want to make sure that you really work it into the lashes too. I'm going to repeat that step one more time. We're going to repeat the same thing on the bottom. And smudge. Keep in mind this is a light neutral smoky eye, so you don't want to go too dark on anything at this point. Next we're going to add our eyeshadow, and as far as the smoky eye goes, I like to always start out lighter and then go darker, so I'm going to start out with my lightest eyeshadow first. You can use something with shimmer or not. Sometimes I like to use just a face powder as my color, like underneath my brow, which is actually what I have on right now, but I'm actually going to add a little bit of a shimmery beige underneath my brow bone. I'm going to put that all the way down until the socket of my eye. Next I'm going to take a mid-tone brow. In this case I'm using Max Wedge color, and I'm going to be putting that right on the lid and just a little bit into the crease. Next I'm going to reuse my pencil brush and go through with my darker brown, just kind of along the lash line, and again we're going to kind of smudge it up and out so that it's not a really solid dark brown. We just really want it to look kind of diffused and muted a little. Next, using my pencil brush again, I'm going to take my mid-tone brown, which in this case is Max Wedge, and I'm going to be applying that underneath my eye and kind of diffusing it out a little bit. Next, what's going to add a little bit of intensity is darkening up the lash line. So other than mascara, what we can do is take a black eyeliner, specifically something maybe with a felt tip pen type liner, or maybe a gel liner where you can use a little brush to really get it in there. I don't really like working with pencils too much for this part, but I'm actually going to be using, this is a Starlooks liquid liner, but it's got a felt tip. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be working it right into the roots of my lashes. Some people would call this tight lining. Okay, and now that the eyeliner is on, I'm going to go back through one more time with my pencil brown eyeliner and kind of smudge that over top a little bit. And one more time with my pencil brush, I'm just going to lightly diffuse that. And now that I've stepped back and see kind of what's going on, I'm going to take a little bit more of my mid-tone brown, which is a matte, and I'm going to just apply a little bit more of that, give it a nice smooth transition. Next, what I'm going to do is add some false lashes. This can really make the look for you. Today I'm going to be using some lashes from a company called Longjour, and I love these lashes. They have a lot of different styles. These ones are kind of mid of the road. They're not super everyday, but they're not overly dramatic. And they're fairly cheap. They're about $5 per pair. I feel like I'm still kind of mastering the art of putting lashes on myself, so I can't really offer up some great tips for you. All I can say is what I like to do is, you know, I'll put the glue on the lash, the strip, and I'll get really, really close to my mirror, and I look down and I just try to put it on. For me, it's easier to work in sections, so I try to cut the lashes up into thirds and work into sections. It's much easier to do it that way. But certainly I'm not the type that wears them every day, so I'm not that skilled in putting them on myself. So if you have any suggestions, hit me up and let me know. Okay, so I have one lash on, and you can see what a big difference it makes in the whole look. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and move on to my cheeks. I'm going to be using my HD Fluid Blush. It is called Cheeky Luscious, and it is a bright coral color that matches my Tipsy lip set. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. I've got a little bit of eyeliner on my hand, but I'm going to put just a little drop on my hand. That's all you need. It's very, very pigmented. And this isn't like a lot of cream blushes that are very creamy and dewy. This one is definitely going to dry down a little more matte. So what I like to do is I take my middle finger and I tap it into the cream blush, and then I'm going to use that on my cheeks. You want to make sure it's nice and even on your finger, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of tap this along my cheekbone. Alright, so next comes the Tipsy lip set, which is my signature lip set. It comes with a Tipsy lip pencil, a lip gloss, and a lipstick. And first we're just going to go ahead and line our lips with the lip pencil. You can shade them in like I'm going to, or you don't have to. Next comes the Tipsy lipstick. And lastly is the gloss. The gloss is great because it does have the same hue as the other colors, but it's a little more sheer. So if you want to not be as dramatic as I am today, you could just wear the gloss by itself and still kind of have a tint of that same coral color, but not quite as vibrant and bright. So that is how I did kind of the light neutral smoky eye with my coral lip set and blush. And what I'd like to do now is kind of just add a little flair to my look. I'm going to start out by using a pastel green eyeliner. It's got a lot of shimmer to it. And what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of that color underneath my eye, just on the outside corner. You want it to be kind of smudgy, and the green is really a complementary color to coral. I mean, it kind of depends on which green you choose, but this particular green is a nice complementary color, and I'm just using that as a base. Now I'm going to be taking one of my greens from my 15 palette from Starlooks, and I'm going to be smudging that right on top. So then it turns it into more of a non-traditional smoky eye. So this is the final look, and it just kind of gives you a nice spin onto a traditional smoky eye and just add a little bit of color to it. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions about anything, and don't forget to pick up your Lauren Clark signature set. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.